It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. You're going to make a lot of people mad doing what's right for you. Someone once told me the meaning of hell. On your last day on the earth, the person you became will meet the person you could have become. What would you do if you weren't afraid? There are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. We are all the bad guy in someone's story. Keep breaking your heart until it opens. Remember when you wanted what you currently have. Embrace stress as the opposite of apathy. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around, you could miss it. Everything outside of this moment is just imagination. Be not afraid of moving slowly. Be only afraid of standing still. The only time you should look into someone else's bowl is to make sure they have enough. Be the person you needed when you were younger. When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. If you are unhappy, you are doing something wrong. Given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. The things you own end up owning you. It is not a lack of time. It is a lack of priority. Expectation always hurts, so expect less or no expectation from others. The people who say you can't and you won't are usually the ones scared that you will. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Nothing in life that is worth having comes easy. The trouble is, you think you have time. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forwards. You don't notice your progress in life because you are always raising the bar. You will never remember the days and nights you stay home and do nothing. If you expect the world to be fair with you because you are fair, you're fooling yourself. That's like expecting the lion not to eat you because you didn't eat him. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the book. If it can be fixed, why are you complaining? If it can't be fixed, why are you complaining? Let go or be dragged. You'll ruin your life trying to make everyone happy. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. Never be so kind you forgot to be clever, and never be so clever you forgot to be kind. Your mind gives up a lot faster than your body. A calm sea will not make you a skilled sailor. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. People don't get what they deserve. You aren't always responsible for the first thought you have, but you are responsible for the second one. The reason you want to be better than someone else is the reason why you aren't. Waiting for change while not doing anything for it is like waiting for the train at a bus stop. At some point, you will realize no one else has a say in your life unless you let them. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. We live longer when we are too busy living. The point of the argument is not to defeat each other, but to understand each other. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Your hardest times often lead to the greatest moments of your life. The trouble is, you think you have time. Pain is weakness leaving your body. The past is in your head. The future is in your hands. A sword can only be formed once it goes into the fire. You've survived 100% of your bad days. Never forget why you started. If you can't beat fear, just do it scared. Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. What if I told you that 10 years from now, your life would be exactly the same? I doubt you'd be happy. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. When you find yourself in a difficult situation and everything is going against you, never give up, because this is the place and time when everything will change. It could always be worse. A moment when you feel like giving up is the moment you need to push harder. A failure is not always a mistake. It may simply be the best one can do under the circumstances. The real mistake is to stop trying. When a defining moment comes along, you can do one of 2 things: define the moment, or let the moment define you. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. Don't take criticism from anyone you would not take advice from. Education and knowing things means nothing if you're not willing to put in effort and use what you know. Believe half of what you see, and don't believe anything you hear. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would be doing it. The hard is what makes it great. You'll die once in your life. Make sure it's worth it. If you have to keep asking yourself if something is worth it, then maybe it's not. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it is a quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." People often confuse stress with responsibility. Strive to be the man you want your daughter to marry. Learn to be content and happy by yourself. If you need a company to be happy, then it will make you weak. Trust is built over the life of a relationship, but can be lost in an instant if you're not careful. Don't try to fit in where you're not wanted. Sometimes, when something tragic or heartbreaking happens, you never truly get over it or move on. You just learn to live with it. The only thing constant in this world is change. Don't let emotions affect your life, no matter if those emotions are your own or someone else's. Being kind to yourself is the best medicine. You can make all the mistakes you want. Just don't make the same one twice. Real growth is when you start checking and correcting yourself. Instead of blaming others, you take your power back by being responsible for your life. Do not chase people who are walking out of your life.